Good morning, peeps, and welcome to another daily DIY disaster. Right, this weekend we're going to try installing the lights on the stairs. Yes. Of course, I've gone for the hardest option possible. You can buy now these strip lights that just stick on, and there's motion sensors and all sorts in them. I've gone a bit more specific. So I'll show you what we've got so far. Right, so I don't know if you can see this, but I've got the wall marked on the stairs where I'm going to cut the plaster out. It's desperate need of a paint, but yeah, so the start point's there, 100mm in, or 10 centimeters, 4-inch, whatever you prefer. And I've followed the curve of the stairs, which is why it's quite specific. Now, that was quite easy to do actually. The coaster's 100mm, so I've used the coaster with a pencil on top to do the bottom line, and then I've put a bag tie on top of that, which gives me 150mm, and gone down again with a pencil. So that's given me a perfect line to work to, following the slope and the radiuses of the stairs. And then likewise at the top, that stops 100mm in. Now what I've got is these quite clever things. It's an aluminium inlay, which, as you can see, and because it's segmented, it's like a snake, so it will bend sideways to follow the curve. So what you do, you cut your slot in your plaster, insert that in and shove it all the way in so it's flush, and then pop a few screws here and there to hold it, and then you skim over it with plaster to hide these edges. So all you're left with is a slot which is flush then with the wall. So they need fixing and plastering, and then over the top there's a silicone diffuser. Now I've gone for silicone because that bends in every direction, so that'll push into the channel quite neatly. And then inside we'll have cob LED strip lights. Now I've gone for cob because, unlike normal strip lights, which are dots, this is a continuous strip. And I'll just switch it on. Wow, that is bright. But I think you can see it's a continuous strip. Now there's all sorts of settings, right down to 10. You can also fade it. Hang on, get on 100. You can also fade it down so it's not so bright. There's a jump setting, a fade setting, and if you want to bring on epilepsy, there's a strobe effect. Yeah, we don't want that, do we? But yeah, so they work. Now, the sensor, I've covered that with cushions and gone into the kitchen, and it still works. So I can quite safely hide the sensor underneath the stairs and it'll all work with no wires, nothing. So the idea is get it all fixed in, then obviously the LED strip will inlay in there, and then I'll take this bit of plaster away and bore straight down. So the sensor will be down here somewhere underneath the stairs. Yeah, so all that should work brilliant. So that's my challenge for this weekend. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but we'll do what we can. So, illumination on the way.